Hello! People bonjour! Hello, Splipples! You're number one because you're the first. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we're going to. Ooh, hello! Let's see if we're going to see the game on the screen. Does it work when I use my. Or do I need to use this? Okay, so now it's the mouse still, but there are buttons. I'm so confused. My ring was so short-lived. You look like you're both number one right now. So, I'm doing well. Hold what? So confused. I'm so confused about a lot of the... Guess I'm going to start from the start. Howdy and Pup Cat. I don't have a clue what the heck we're talking about. Okay. Hi. I woke up and I was here. Oh my gosh. Camera's kinda... it's cool. Don't worry about it. We're here for the pools, not for the frame rate. Hello, Nameless! I allow people to give me requests, but that doesn't mean I'm going to, like, take the request. Uh, hmm. Holy moly. Eh. Do I want to change something? Alright, what? Oh. Nyeh. It just looks real. Okay, then. I don't have much of a clue what anything means anyway. So, yeah. Even if I wanted to change something, I would not know what to do. Whoa! It's so fast. Oh my gosh! Hmm. We have. What the heck is that? But you know, I'm here for the pools. There's a chair! Oh my gosh! Welcome to my pool party where we sit on a chair for no reason. In the corner of a weird building. Yeah. That's cool. The low frame rate makes it even more surreal. I guess so. Hmm. Oh my gosh! Is that how it is? No wonder people start throwing up. They had too much drink. Oh my gosh, I can see the breathing. of early mid 2000 music video. Yeah, it kind of looks like that, right? Oh my gosh. Whoa! I don't know where to go. I want pools. Splish splash. Is that all the water we have? Are you serious? I'm here for the pool party. I know it's pretty empty, but that's even better of a party if nobody's there to bother you, right? Can already hear the offspring playing. Can you? What is that little corner over there? I can't go. What do you mean I can't go? Just because there's a tiny ledge? Do people in games even like know how to walk? They always like, yeah, no, I can't go there because there's a small ledge. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? I'm going through slippery stairs and I'm not scared. Ah, more pools. Finally. Yay. I'm looking for a nice area. Like maybe one with a slide or something. I know there are some in this game. You know, I know there are. Hmm. No running. Yeah, because you're next to a pool. They don't need to remind me. This can't be a horror game, right? Of course not. Who said it was scary? It's just like it's a pool. Pools are cool. I love going to the pool. Outside it's hot and there's no pool. Here it's I don't know, but there's only pools, so it's the perfect place. Who doesn't love this? Or like this? Hmm. Nice. mm. What do you mean? It's so cozy in here. These are dark corners. Ah, do you mean you don't like darkness? Ah, perhaps. But like, what is not to like here? You know, what is not to love about this? This is so sweet. Hmm. Don't worry. It's not too scary for me. I already played before. I mean, there was a more scary part, but it's later. I'm fine here. I'm fine. Going to be okay. I'm not playing this as a horror thing. I'm playing this because I want to hang out at the pool. Like, for real. Um, I guess I'll go here. See, like here, there's lights. It's nice. And you have like a window. You can't really see outside, but there are windows. And you have like a very curved corner. This reminds me, there's a place I think in Europe where there's a pool that is in a place that mimics a rainstorm with water falling. Don't like it, raining and thunder sound effects. Oh, but that sounds cool. Double playing in the pool. Been chilling in the pool. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're chilling in the pools. I can't walk straight, but it's okay. It just adds to whatever is happening. Should I go down that hole or up those stairs? Both options seems interesting. This one seems like it's not a good plan. This one seems more inviting, but I'll do whichever you ask for. So weird though. The whole feels very Tom and Jerry. Does. It looks like a mouse hole from cartoons. I think I reached the end of it. I think there's nothing. Pretty big block of cheese at the end. You're not supposed to eat when you go for a swim. The noises of just chilling. That place up and it's a spa in Italy. Like, if you know consciously that you are safe, it's not really scary, it's just kind of relaxing. I guess. I find it relaxing when there are storms and rain, thunder. Not afraid of the dark. I heard Yamada's bellowing. Got an achievement. Wow, it's so clear and bright here. So sad this part is closed off. Okay. So we have this. That looks very weird. And the stairs again. Huh. Oh! Did you see? They removed the ladder! They removed the ladder! I loved it last time. They removed the ladder! They don't want me to go away. Well, joke's on you. I don't want to go away either. I'm here to stay. I'm here to have a fun time at the pools. Now, where's the fun area? Have you seen? This chair has a big meaning. Push the other one down on the floor. So rude. I'm going to report this to the manager. Yeah, I am Karen now. Defenders of chairs. Yeah, that's right. Can't get rid of me. I'm way too busy enjoying the pool. Ah. Oh, look, this big rubber ducky. Quack, quack. Let's go full Karen on the manager. Manager, this chair pushed the other chair. How dare it do that? You need to speak some sense into that mean chair. Excuse me. Thank you. Manager's like, madam, those are chairs. I can take stairs. Spiral stairs. I'm very good at controlling where I'm going. I'm very good with controls like this in first person. I'm so good at this. Like, it's incredible. Why don't I play these more often? Jeez. Yes. That's what I was looking for. Yay! This is fun. This is what I played this game for. This game is so good. You don't just get to be in pool, but full on drunk simulation as well for one. Yeah, I guess so. But also slide. It was epic. Yeah, we do it again. Whoa. I need more water parks with smaller slides like these. The big ones scare me. Ah, I know I'm pathetic. I can't help it. Yay! I love this so much! Yay! Should we hang out here to be near the slide? There are other slides, but I found this one. Some are hard to find. I really just want to hang out. For real. I could play hide and seek right here. Slides are, that are just straight drops are terrifying. Most slides are kind of scary. I remember I just begged my parents so many times to go to that big water park. And when I finally went there, I only did 2 attractions, and one of them was the wave pool, and the other one was like pretending to go down a river on a tube. Everything else is too scary. Have you tried going down it backwards? No. What would happen if I did? Whoop, whoop. Stop trying to get into the wall. Okay. Try to align myself, and then I will turn around. Then I'll... Oh, it turns me around! It just does! Woohoo! Monster is waiting for Bubble. Bubble, meanwhile, playing in the water slide. Yeah, why would I go to the monsters if I could just be here and enjoy? Pool rules are that strict. Dang. I mean, I think it's probably too difficult. I don't know, I don't make games. To like try visualize it backwards. Or imagine if you entered on the side and you just saw the side of the slide the whole time. It would be boring. What is over here? Maybe I should just go back to the slide. Because over there it's like gloomy, don't you think? Well, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's still gloomy through the tunnel. They do like the slide. What in the world is that? Oh, it's a vent. I was like, is that like a smoke detector? Fire alarm kind of thing? Like, why here? It's a pool. What do you think is going to catch in flames in here? There's a light at the end of every water slide. Yeah! Thing is, in these games, I get so lost, you know? So even if I decided to try to look for the other water slides, I think it's going to take forever. I'm already impressed I found this one so fast, because last time it took me much longer, I think. Boop, 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 boop. This is not right. How long do I need to go back before it gets me into the slide? I think I'm stuck. Ah, yeah, I am. Ooh, woo! What? Yay! I love this so much. Woo! Yeah. You don't find the water slide. The water slide finds you. I guess so. But this one's pretty neat. I do like this one. I wonder if there's a compilation of all the water slides in pools. Like, I mean in the game pools. And, like, if I could compare them and pick one that's, like, the best one. And just, like, set for that specific one, maybe. Maybe that's a silly thing to look for. Like, that sounds like a kind of very dumb thing that one could Google. But let me me try and look it up. Um. Um. Water slides. Uh. Video game pools. Water slides. Hmm. Uh. Yeah, but like, give me the water slides. I. y- mm, Water slide tier list. Maybe I should like do that. For um, um, Pools is the creepiest game I've played all year, and now I'm here like woohoo! I'm such a weirdo. I mean, to be fair, it is creepy, but I still enjoy. I sorry, I looked outside. I should not have. Pool, video game, pools, water slides, uh, compilation? No. No. I should try tier list. Oh, jeez. Uh, tier list. Yeah. Uh, it's hard. There is nothing like what I'm looking for. Like, give me something. Something useful. Pools on Wikipedia, maybe. Like, maybe there'll be a list of all of the no. There's just just hurting me. Gameplay, development. Why would I go into development? Reception, references. Why am I looking references? External links. Official website, maybe. What am I doing? And get show me the slides. Show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me. No, no. Okay. Well, it's bad. I mean, the situation. It's okay. You gotta be the first one to document all the water slides. Oh, it's long. I get lost for too long. I played like 4 hours or something last time, and I didn't do much, you know? I don't think I did much anyway. I was like confused. Looking only for water slides still back then. I there was one that was huge, very big one that I tried to find the entrance to it for a long time and I couldn't. I never did. I was sad. And there were some cool ones that once you took them, you could not go back and do them again because it changed the scene you were in. You had no access to where you were before after that. Woohoo! Whee! Yahoo! Is there a button to like plunge? Oh yeah. Do 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 do. I enjoy. Can I go up the slide? No. Alright, guys, what do you do when you go for a swim? What are your favorite, like, traditions? Like, um, let's say, have you ever been to, swimming classes or to, like, pool parties or, like, to water parks or whatever? Did you ever do anything like that and you have, like, your little traditions with it? Or if you don't, if you have zero experience with swimming and pools, what would you like to do? What kind of like uh, tradition would you like to get? Wonder what would happen if I tried standing up underneath the slide. I just don't. Wow, this game is well made. I don't really know what to do, so I kind of just walk around and clean. Really? Used to be really good at holding my breath though. Yeah, that was a fun part. I just love playing in the pool. I love playing in the water. Think I'm stuck? Ah! I made it! Yay! Haven't gone taking swim in a long time. Fair enough. I remember when I was a little kid, my mom, she really wanted my brother and I to be able to swim. Because herself, when she got to like college, I guess there's not much of an equivalent of that elsewhere. But it's a thing that here we call cégep, okay? It's like above high school, but it's not quite university yet. But whatever. Anyway, when she went there, they had a pool and there was like swimming classes and gym class. And She couldn't swim at all, and she was really struggling. So even how much she struggled, she didn't want her kids to have the same kind of problem later in life. So for her, it was important that my brother and I were taught how to swim very early on. So we had like swimming lessons every Friday. And when coming back from there, we would always get like uh, some Happy Meal from McDonald's when coming back every time because it was late after the lesson because the lesson was like late in the evening and we didn't eat before. So it was like very late for dinner. So it was a little treat after the swimming, I guess, every time. The only thing I remember of swimming is that when I learned my uncles would throw me into the deep part pool, just let things do their thing. Oh my gosh. I had a lot of fun. It just started being less fun once I was stuck with only younger kids in the lessons. Because since we lived very far away from where the swimming lessons were being given, um, we were always a bit late, and therefore we weren't learning the early lessons of the class, like those about lifeguard stuff. And if we didn't have that part, we couldn't pass the class. So we kept repeating the same class over and over. And, well, of course, the other kids would graduate, and we would be stuck with younger kids every time. Younger and younger and younger. And we would not make any progress, we just learn the same things all the time. So my brother didn't want to do that anymore, and after a few more years, I had enough also. But if I could have just gone swimming and did whatever I wanted in the pool every Friday, I would have loved that. I wish I could do that. There's always too many people at pools. It's not fun. I don't know, getting splashed in the face by some stranger and catching their foot warts or whatever. Like, no, thank you. Almost drowned a few times. Oh no! No, that's bad. Don't always need classes to be a good swimmer. Sometimes you do good. I remember that in high school there was a pool at our school, and we had swimming once a year in gym class. Not like once a year we'd go swim, but like once a year we had a swimming, I guess, um, uh, section. I don't know, but like the way our gym class were made in high school, for several weeks we had always the same sport we would do. Like the beginning of the year was always running, and then we would do something else. It could change, the second thing could change, and we could do another thing after a few more weeks, and then another thing. And at some point, there was always swimming. And I was terrible in gym. Like, I was always bad at gym. N- Never ever would I ever do good in gym. Like, the teacher in different classes would pick students. Like, this is the bad example. This is what you do not want to do. And then this is the good example. This is what you want to do. And usually, I was taken as the bad example for whatever sports we were doing. But when it was swimming, I have been picked as the good example to follow. Yay! Woohoo! Yay! Woo! Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of a dingus. Mm, you won't get used to it. uh, Bubbles and water go together. Yeah. I need some water to exist and some soap and some air. And then we have the full recipe to make a bubble. Woohoo! I need to stop spinning. Ah. Sorry. I wonder how long I can hold my breath now. I used to be very good at it, but since I haven't swum in over 10 years now, I'm crap at this. Okay, let's try. Yay! It's harder when you're actually swimming because you're also moving around. You're not completely idle. Don't wait to be passing out. It's important. Your safety is more important. Aha. I love how the water starts running over the lens a bit after. You know? Oh, this time it was almost instant. Ah. Gotta commit to the bit. Oh my gosh. Had forgotten to hold my breath. It's okay, you didn't need to. See myself casually chilling and exploring this place. Ah, this is what I was doing, and then I found this cool slide, and I'm like, I want to stay here. I'm scared that I'm not going to find the slide anymore if I explore too much. So much fun. It's my favorite spot. Well, I know there are more slides in this game, but like, this is the one I found. But maybe I should go explore where I was before so I can eventually come back here. You know what that slide reminds me of? What does it remind you of? Yahoo! Yay! Woo! Woo! Yay! He loved this too much. Whoop. Yep. It's almost shaped like an algorithmic function. Termination. The what? Functionation. Wow! It's so cool. Whee! Indeed. I should wait for the... There. Imagine if you don't have a camera and it's just like water on your eyes. It would be awful. Sorry, I said something awful. I'm sorry. Just remembered? How did you remember? I was not done going up the thing. Ooh. The least fun part about the pool is going in and going out at first. Like when you first enter, it's so cold. And when you try to get out, yes, it's cold again, but also like you're so heavy. Recall having a dream of me and some others exploring a place like this. Yeah, I have tons of dreams like that where I'm just lost in some weird liminal space. Why is there a hole here? Between the stair and, like, the way. Why? Who designed this? This isn't safe. I want to talk to the manager again. Has this been designed by the evil chair? I enjoy them. Yeah. They're usually fun. It's usually fun little dreams. They're weird, but... yeah, I can't control myself very well. But let's pretend I do. There's definitely a no-shop violation. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, I think the last dream like that I had was not too long ago. I have a lot of these weird dreams where I'm lost in some weird place that makes no sense. Like, I think I mentioned one of those in a stream once. Like, this weird, um, store? Shopping mall. Yeah, it wasn't some sort of weird shopping mall. And you had to take specific stairs to get to specific areas that you could not reach if you did not go through that specific place. You had to go through specific stores to be able to have access to other specific stores because they were not accessible from anywhere else. And there was this store that I really liked that I always had a lot of trouble finding because it was so convoluted to get there. And then I had no money to buy plushies. Spent like 5 hours trying to find a store. Rubber ducky! So it was really a nightmare. I guess so, but it's my fault. I should know I don't have money. Why am I going to the store alone? It's like recently I was telling someone about all the dreams I had in one same night. It was like, what the heck? Why are your dreams so weird? I don't know. They just are. Wait, let's see if I can find this again and read to you what the heck those dreams were. You're gonna be like, what the heck? um, it's like yesterday, I think. Well, like the day before, right? Oh yeah, yesterday. Okay, so the first dream, I had to escape my room by the window on the second floor because there were two random people who had invaded the house and wanted to not be nice to me, like punches and stuff. um, I ran to some random public place and begged people for help, but nobody was doing anything. I hid in a secret bathroom. I remember that was so bizarre. Like, there was a sink, and I was like, why is there just a random sink over there? Why is there no toilet? And then there was like some wall that was actually a door, but pretended to be a wall. I opened that and hid in there. It was like, okay, so they're not going to find me here, probably, but they found me. They still found me. I ran out again and called for help again. Some random man decided to let me climb on his back, like piggyback ride style, and would fight them back from me. It felt so weird. I was like on this random dude's back, and he was just like punching random villains. And that was the dream. The second dream, in the same night, okay? This is a strange thing in dream how people in dreams really react to anything. Yeah, I don't know why. So weird. Bubble jockey, yeah. I wanted to try that Uma Musume girl thing game, but like Not like that. Different. I'm extra. What the heck? The second dream, I had to go grocery shopping on my own. Didn't have any means of transportation to come back from there after the shopping, and couldn't pay for anything because I had no money. I was basically just condemned to go around the grocery aisles without picking anything and going in circles forever. And I stopped again in front of big jugs of cool chocolate milk. Like they were doing spirals inside. I don't understand how that worked. That was so cool. Anyway, it was not my first time dreaming a thing like this. And I stop at that choco milk every time. Every single time I have that dream, I climb on the shelf to look at these chocolate milks. I was wondering which one I should take, if I could take one. Wondering which one I had taken last time. And then wondering, like, wait, why can't I remember? And then suddenly remembering that I had never been able to taste it no matter what because it's all just a dream. See you later, Prism! Gotcha for Uma Bubble. Choco milk straight from the tap. Hmm. Okay, and then the last dream of that night. It was another one that I keep repeating all the time. Um, quite the dreams. Yeah, gonna make chocolate milk. Yeah, that's the spirit. Right, so the other one, I was lost again. And some sort of large facility. I was with my mom this time. This one dream I'm with my mom. And I get lost in that weird place. I can't even explain what the heck kind of place that is. There's like different sections that are different things. Like, it makes no sense. And once again, we accidentally ended up in the hospital area of the building. Because for some reason, there's a hospital in this building. A full, complete hospital. But there are tons of other things because obviously we're not there to be at the hospital. And I found, once again, this heartfelt card on the ground. You know, like congratulations card sort of thing, or like a birthday card. It's this kind of card that people usually write and write a message inside, like to add a personal touch, you know? And this one was telling whoever the card was for that the person giving the card was so proud of them for their medical career. And this time I decided to turn it, like the card, to the triage nurses or something so they could give it back to whoever the card belonged to. And apparently, the doctor to whom the card belonged had been looking for it and would be so overjoyed to get it back. Been looking like everywhere for it. They were so sad to have lost it. So I was so happy I could bring it back. It was the second time I found that random card on the ground. And this time I had like the smarts to actually bring it somewhere. Like, hey, I found this. And like that was the last dream I had that specific night. So yeah, I always have weird dreams or I'm kind of lost in weird places or people acting weird or you know. Doctor really loved that card. Wouldn't have lost it. You never know. Maybe something happened. What was that? It did scare me a little. So I'm going to go back in the water to feel better. Hmm. Like maybe he was in the middle of putting on his lab coat, you know, and like somebody came in with an emergency because ER, and like the card fell out of his pocket because he was going to put it into like the his locker, but did not have time to do it or something or whatever. I think it was the first day, so like did not have time to secure the card. I don't know. The bully chair. We don't want the bully chair. We leave. Now I'm small. This is pretty accurate to my size in real life, actually. Like, that's how I would be next to the thing. Like, this is too low. I'm not that tall. I'm more like this. Your accurate bubble. But my head isn't underwater and shallow water. It's just like they've put everything so low. I don't know. Odd. Yeah, the noise do scare me a little. The vibes have been off since we left the water slide. Yeah, I shouldn't go back through this. I don't know where I am anymore. The most terrifying thing of all probably is like the clock. Clocks are scary. This is probably an echo of someone going down a slide too. Yeah, probably. Pretty sure I shouldn't be here. This is not where the thing was. Is that where I came from? So lost. Always. Where am I? Oh, find rubber ducky. The rubber ducky has the key to my happiness. Rubber ducky! The fun is this way, says rubber ducky. We want to go back to the slide because this is the best part. Yeah. Whoosh! It's dark in here. Whoop! Whoosh! Okay. I'll try to take the stairs from the beginning of them. They are still following regulations at the beginning. It's later they get weird. Well, there are little spaces between the steps. Imagine if you stuck your toes in here. You're barefoot! That must hurt. But the worst really has to be that big hole at the top of the stairs. Yeah, that is unacceptable. You need to let me use your amazing, awesome slide to make up for this. Your hands would be pretty forever from this. Probably. Okay, I need to check something. Whoops. No, not that. We're so back. Yeah. But I need to, is this something I should put less or more? That, oh, no, 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 no. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure it's doing anything. I love this game, huh? Trust me. It's just like at some point after a lot of moving around in this, I'm like, oh gosh. Right. Let's go. Woohoo! Yay! smoothing means camera keeps going a little bit after you stop your mouse. I can't really sense the difference. I already turned off the motion blur. Oh yeah, that's the thing I'll always do first when there's an option for that. Because I know I can't deal with this. Like, I'm the type who cannot go on swings at a park. Okay, so if this doesn't do any difference, just put it back to where it was 4. Hold. Tuckle. Yeah. Click to move. No. Walking speed. Swimming speed. So much new here. Footstep spanning. What the heck does that mean? Eh? Oh. You can change the sound. Wow. Field view. Wait, I put like max amount of light. That was a good, smart idea. Field of view. I don't know what this does. Frame rate, water, bloom. I don't know what bloom is. Run in background. Dirt effect, motion blur. Yeah, remove that. Depth to field. I don't know what most of these things are. I don't know anything. Head bobbing. Maybe I could remove some head bobbing. So I removed the camera shaking at least. It's good. 7, 2, 2. 2 is so nice, you know? 2. Is there a run button? No, you're not supposed to run, but it said like there was a run thing. What happens if you run in the pool? Am I running now? I don't know. Because I don't know what most of the buttons do. I feel like I always go at the same speed. Who knows? Like, this is crouch. I'm small. Goo goo gaga. Whee! Yippee! It was confused because I was crouching when I got inside. Yeah. Going full baby mode. Yeah. I mean, I remember I watched a clip at some point of just like I don't I don't know if you've heard of that. I think I've already talked about it. Like there was this thing that Fauna did before graduation with Gigi where they had like this baby coughing competition thing. I thought it was like the most hilarious thing because it was so dumb. I was like, yo, I want to do that with Yumi. I want, like, I want us to try to do that. Like, we'll try to do our best coughing baby impression, but she didn't want to. Coughing baby stream, yeah. Hello, Gigi. She's so wild. She's so weird. Seeing that, it was great. I wanted to do that. I don't know why. It's just such a stupid trend. I wanted this to become a thing. Like they did one stream of this. I wanted to like grow beyond. I wanted it to be a meme forever. I don't know. I'm weird. I mean, you already knew that. Woo! Yay! I splush. Don't watch Holo, but seeing her shorts and clips is fun. I got into VTubers because of Holo. Mokoko's baby cup was solid. Oh yeah! Yeah, I think I remember it was. There was a few people who were just so good. It's incredible. Streams that Gigi does are really good. They're all good. They're all like their own brand of awesome. Nah, I probably would. I haven't really been able to watch streams anymore because I spend a lot of time working on my own stuff. So I only watch like clips, and I'm longing to do these sort of things. Whee! Yoo-hoo! Yay! But instead I do this. I'm not even going to read that out loud. Ah! Ew! I'm hiding. embarrassment. Hmm. I forgot I didn't need to hold it anymore. Did it knock? I'm safe. I'm underwater. That was her answer when Kelly asked if she thought that cereal was soup. Hmm. What was the answer Callie wanted about this? Are cereals soup or not? What? How do you define soup? Because if you define soup as like you have more solid food floating in a boat of liquid that you also eat, then I suppose that cereals are soup. But if for you a soup has to be like some sort of broth with noodles inside and other ingredients, then it's not. It's like when people ask stuff like, are hamburgers sandwiches? Well, if for you a sandwich is like something between two pieces of bread that you eat, then well, yes, this is a sandwich. And people go like, and is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, it's between bread, but it's only one bread that's like folded on itself. Ah, I don't know. Maybe it still is. Would be one thing if there was only one cereal, but there's probably more cereals than there are soup at this point. Yeah, like Spurtle said, cereal is cereals. It's like asking if a taco is a hot dog as well. I wouldn't really call a hot dog a taco because, like, I don't know, I feel like a taco is not in any type of bread. Like, you put it in something specific. Like, if you'd asked me for soup and I came back with a bowl of Lucky Charms, you'd throat punch me. Rightfully so. I don't think I would ask you for soup because I don't like soup. But I get your point. Is cereal soup? I don't know, but I think if people want specifically cereal, they're going to ask for cereal. And if they ask for soup, that's they're not talking about cereal more than likely, even if cereal could qualify as soup in their vocabulary when they thought about it. They would never ask for cereal by asking for soup. Nobody would do that. Just use your common sense. It's like if people ask you for fruit salad, and you gave them like a tomato. Ugh. Nobody wants tomato in a fruit salad. Nobody. I want some fruit. Give me a fruit, please. Just give you a tomato? Like, no. No. Like, I know a tomato is a fruit, but that's not the fruit you think of when you want fruit. Imagine you made a cake with random tomato on top as decoration. Like, ugh. Nobody wants that. Yours are common sense. Yeah, Demetrius, you hear that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, people been hating on this guy for this sort of thing, huh? I mean, right? Common sense should be a thing everyone has. If you don't have basic common sense, then you don't have smarts. You're just trying to brag. You're just trying to be rude. You're trying to be a smart butt, but you're not too smart. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Demetrius online recently. Like, people are freaking out. I think the funniest part were like the comments. The comments were gold. Sometimes I can't get out of crouching anymore. So I guess I'm crouching now. Oh, I had the wrong button, that's why. Ah, I was pressing A, I had to press B. Demetrius, unironically, is the worst person in the valley. Might be. I mean, the way he treats Sebastian, the way he treats Robin, the way he treats the farmer, the way he treats everyone. This guy is just like annoying. Like, just use your brain for 2 seconds. You're going to realize you're being pretty obnoxious. The sleep receptacle. People freaked out so much about the sleep receptacle. You wasted wood. It's less efficient for the sleep receptacle. What do you mean less efficient? This only used for sleep. Can you not sleep if it's prettier? Your wife worked so hard on this. It's beautiful. She made art and you're just like... ah! And like, I know it's just your stepson or whatever, but you should love him as much as your daughter, okay? And if you don't, you're just a bad person. You're just a bad parent. You're just awful. Sebastian exists. You should acknowledge it, and you should appreciate him. He's pretty smart himself with the stuff he does on the computer. Like, whatever's wrong with you, man? Why are you like this? Who hurt you? Yourself. You're hurting yourself. Nobody likes you because you're awful. I'm being so savage. It's your fictional character. I don't even think he's a real scientist. What has he ever done? He's just like noting things on paper and then like he drinks coffee or something. I don't know. Like, what is he doing? I don't get it. Yay! Splish! He also just doesn't know stuff. He knows whatever he wants to know, whatever he wants to rub into your face that he knows, but a lot of things he just doesn't really know. Can you not out in full hazmat suit during the green rain. He didn't know what the green rain was. I mean, I think Robin was terrified of him going outside to... Like, why are you doing this? We don't know what this is. Could be dangerous. I've seen that if you asked her to build something on your farm on the first green rain there is in the game, she will not go. Like, usually she's going to be building no matter what. No matter what the weather, but not on the green rain. But after we've all experienced that it was harmless, she can start doing it. Why am I doing this? Why am I going back and forth between this pillar and this wall? What am I trying to achieve here? Do 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 do. Rah! Should be able to ask for discount when she skips today. I don't mind that she skips today. She's scared. She's always very reliable. She works very fast. She works very well. She's there even before I wake up in the morning. And she's still there when I'm going to bed, even when I go to bed like 2 a.m. I think if she's scared to go one day, I can give her some slack about it. It's still going to be ready soon. I don't mind. Not too much, at least. Yeah. Maybe that's because I'm so rich that I don't really mind what things cost anymore in the game. I'm just too much. And I'm like, yeah. I uh I have everything I need. It's fine. This is all going to be back tomorrow. I don't mind spending this. I'm so OP in this game. Why do I keep looking through the window? Squish! Squish! It's like the videos of guessing how much groceries cost. Is he so out of touch? I mean, I guess I'm kind of out of touch too because I don't shop the groceries. Because you see how it was in my dream. And when I need to go grocery shopping, I don't have money. I don't have any way to go back home. I just walk aimlessly through the aisles and then I stare at chocolate milk for way too long. Uh, Yeah. If I'm spending so long contemplating giant jugs of chocolate milk, clearly I'm out of touch about how things cost because this thing probably like $32. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got money for that. That's probably why they don't actually sell those cool swirly chocolate milk jugs. I want to try it. I want double or triple chocolate taste. How does that even work? I don't know. I want to know. How did you do that, Dream? How does that taste like? Tell me! Woo! Yay! Ah. It's okay. I wanted to stream early today. We need to do it again. Bet you could find industrial sized chocolate milk somewhere. Probably. But what I should do is buy one of those normal jugs that my grandfather used to buy the rare times he would go to the groceries. Because he would buy a second one to give to my dad, so he would give it to me. And that was the sweetest thing. Yay! Woohoo! Yay! Alright. Whoop. I'm swimming underwater. Imagine if you hadn't seen your grandfather in over 10 years and he was still thinking about how much you love chocolate milk. Buys you random jug of chocolate milk whenever he goes to do groceries. He was great. Do, 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 do. The tube of joy. Maybe I should not go there. I'm going to get stuck, aren't I? Buy 60 pounds of chocolate milk compound for a little over 1K. Why would I do that? It will all spoil before I drink it. That's not actual made of chocolate powder. Eh? It's even worse. Like, you pay so much just for powder? want to rest my voice soon. How the water effect? I'm having a great time at the pool though. There's a 2,500 pound size too, but I don't see the price listed. It's probably, it's probably a whole lot. Why are you looking at this? Just 10 out of 10 baby cup. I was not trying to do a baby cup. Wait, what if I tried to do a baby cup? Maybe it would make it worse. Maybe it would make it less baby-like. This stream is kind of weird, isn't it? This is kind of just a little bit weird. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm starting to, like, completely overheat. This sick baby. Yeah, you calm down. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Jaxter. You lack some context as to what the heck is going on. We just talked about something earlier, and that kind of went back full circle. All right. I love the slide. I'm still dripping. I wonder how it would be if I changed the sound of the footsteps to make myself like barefoot. How is it? I don't really. Is there a difference? I can't really hear it. My ads are gonna look insane. I've been looking to buy this chillin' amounts of milk for like 15 minutes. Oh, I know how it's like. I always look up weird things and then I get the weirdest ads ever. The weirdest things is when I watch like too much medical videos and then I get ads for like medical school or stethoscopes and whatever. I'm like, does it have anything to do with that? I'm not actually like studying this. I just think it's interesting. It's kind of weird crap I watch with Yumi all the time. I I learned the weirdest thing earlier today. Woo! Dr. Bubble needs to open her clinic. Rip. Heh. Yeah, you've seen what happens when I do that. You've seen me play Project Hospital. That's the name of the game, right? Oh my. I learned about the demise of an ancient famous painter. Ancient. I mean, that was a while ago, so. I mean, I think it was the painter. I don't think a lot of people are named Monet. But whatever. Alright, I thought it was the painter. Woo! Yay! The guy decided to go explore a cave in Africa. I think it was in Kenya. He had a nice time. And then he got back out of there. And soon after, he started feeling bad. Headache, stomach cramps, fever. He started vomiting black. Usually it's a bad sign. Because this colors, that means there is some vital fluid inside. You don't want it to come out from there. Usually you don't want it to come out from everywhere. And then it started coming out from everywhere. And you were like, oh no. And then he died. That was bad. So, later, like more recently, another person went into that cave and displayed similar symptoms as Monet did. So they sent people into the cave to try and investigate what the heck was going on. That was the kind of thing I had suspected. Because from the symptoms, it sounded like an hemorrhagic fever, you know? You know, the one that everyone knows? Ebola? This is one of those. So it had to be one of these diseases. You usually get that from bats. Bats hanging out in caves. Well, guess what? It was from the bat poop in the cave. Marburg virus, actually, was the culprit. So, yeah. Such an awful way to go. So yeah, that's the thing I learned today. Well, not about the Marburg virus. I already knew about that before. But like, that this was the way Monet died. I didn't know. Moral of story, don't go into caves. It was an anime just like this. Like what? It's a curse? Or like someone having that? Or just like medical mysteries? Don't look up the Naughty Buddy cave story. Oh, I already know about it. It was in the compilation in this video too. That's such a sad story. It's a painter. Charles Monet. It's spelled with a T at the end. Let's go into this again. Yay! Pool party! Yippee! Yay! Splish! Have a fun time. Was a famous painter from a long time ago. I don't think you would know just like that because it's very random knowledge. Don't ask me why I have the random knowledge about random things all the time. Some people do and some people don't. I usually have the knowledge of the most useless things of all time. This is no exception. Hmm, sorry. Yeah, just don't go caving. Who does that? Aside from all the people who do. I mean, my mom used to go do that when she was younger. But not when she was like in a committed relationship with my dad. My dad was my mom's first boyfriend. And then they got married and had two kids. And they're still married. We don't do dangerous things as a hobby if you have people who really care about you. That's selfish. So romantic. Yeah, I wished I could do that too, but my ex had a different idea of how it should be. It's okay though. I guess I'm better off without him. He wasn't perfect. I loved him how he was, but sometimes the more I think about how he was, the more infuriating I realize he was. Yay! Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah! This is the best part of the game, the slides. He went caving? No, he wanted to go hiking all the time though. He thought I was boring because I never wanted to go with him. Like, um, I let you know very early on that I tend to panic when I'm outside because of the bugs. It scares me so bad. I have panic attacks. I only really go out when it's winter and the bugs are all asleep, frozen, you know? So, can you stop asking me to go hiking with you? In the highest of like mosquito season? Also, don't you remember I have a bad knee? And I need your help to go down the stairs? And do you not remember I have toe problems and I need a surgery to fix them? And that therefore it hurts to walk on uneven terrain? And you want me to go hiking with you despite all that? And you think I'm a party pooper because I don't want to go? Like, let me take off my shoes right now just for you, bro, okay? Let me take off my shoes. Look at all of the Kool-Aid on my sock. You want me to go hiking with you like that? Seriously? You didn't ever really take anything seriously when it was about my health, actually. You always thought I was faking it or imagining things. However, when it was him, I had to take him seriously every time. And there was always something because he was hypochondriac. So, like, he would go out one day and the next day it'd be like, I got virus. What kind of virus? How are you feeling? I don't know, I just feel sick. I've got virus. Oh, okay. I've got virus. I know you just said it. I've got virus. Okay! I'm exaggerating a little bit. He didn't repeat it so many times in a row. Wasn't like that. But the beginning of the conversation was accurate. Like, oh, I got virus. What kind of virus? How are you feeling? I just got virus. Okay. He sounds terrible, even if he wasn't a bad person. He was just like not very good at listening. Used to be another club, and then like hiking people are mad annoying. Aren't they? They really are. So rude. He was. He was. He never understood. Like, bruh. The way I feel also exists. Man. Yeah, I guess so. I remember that one time where I was really obsessed with going and watching Terrifier 3 because it was not a movie that you could see in the local movie theater of his area. So when he visited me over here where the movie was available to see, he really wanted to go see it. But he knew I don't really like horror movies. And he knew that it was way too much for me to handle. But he kept talking about me, about going on a date, watching this movie, and I was really just not interested. I told him at some point he mentioned like he had a friend who would have liked to see the movie too. I said you could go with your friend and then we could hang out after you watch the movie. And then he told me like there's no way I can do that because after watching the movie I only want to talk about it and nothing else. Bruh, I'm trying to let you watch the movie you want to see and you're making it difficult. Can you if you're not going to watch it, can you stop talking about it every 5 seconds? Because I'm not going. Yay! He's like, what are feelings? I suck still. I hate horror movies. I mean, I really didn't want to watch it. I really didn't. And he agreed that I should not watch it. But he really wanted to see it, so he kept talking about it no matter what. It was like, you can't go with your friend. Your friend that asked you to go see it with him? Like, just go. Just go. I don't mind if I hang out with you after that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Because he would be obsessed with it after that. Like, I just. Can't you control what you talk about? Like, just talk about it with your friend who's seen the movie or whoever else could enjoy the conversation. You don't have to talk to me about it. You can talk to me about whatever else. It's fine. I don't need to hear about all the gruesome details. I don't need that. Yeah, it was very. I don't know. Like, that's the last date we had before he wanted us to break up. Like, that it wasn't that date that he declared that we were not a good match. Like, I'm trying so hard. Like, this is the same date he complained we wouldn't go hiking either. Like, my feet are actively leaking Kool-Aid right now because I walked in my driveway and the turn was uneven. And that was also after we went to like IKEA together, and I was tensing up every time a child went next to us. And he was salty about it. He was salty I didn't want to go see the movie or talk about the movie. He was salty I didn't want to go hiking. And he was salty I still didn't want children. And I would never want them because that's the date he understood just how much I am comfortable next to them. And that I was never going to change my mind. Like, bro, I've been honest about all these things from the start. What were you expecting? What were you thinking? Were you thinking? I don't think you've been thinking at all since I've known you. Your head is empty. Terrifier is a movie for people that watch Family Guy funny moments compilation. Literally jiggling keys of horror movies. Hello, so love. What is there to talk? I don't know. He talked to me so much about the movie, even without watching it. Was like, did you know like people are leaving the theater because they're so horrified? Like some people have been sick. You know, like the actor, blah blah blah. Did you know? Like I no, I didn't know. Thank you for sharing this information. I guess. Just be obsessed with your girlfriend like a normal man. Oh, I was like the last thing in his priority list. He was more interested in like spending time with his mom and his sister than spending time with me in the first place. Uh Sometimes he went to my area for like the Lego club meetings, and uh he didn't even pass by to say hello to me. Like the Lego club, yeah, good reason to drive for 2 hours. See my girlfriend, not a good reason to drive for 2 hours. Driving 15 more minutes to see my girlfriend when I go to the Lego club meeting? Nah. Oh my gosh. He cared more about his dolls also, and princesses, and his work, and music, and pretty much everything I can think of. I think he had more interest in Kunomi, whose name he couldn't even pronounce properly, than he had in me. If you like the movie Terrifier 3, you should allowed to have kids. You shouldn't be allowed to have kids from liking this movie. If your girlfriend makes things clear about what she doesn't want, you can't be upset that she still doesn't want. Yeah, exactly. I was confused. Like, dude, I told you about that even before we started dating. I told you that they make me so uncomfortable and scared, and I really don't like them. And he said, it's okay, I understand. I already had given up on the idea of having any anyway. Now I just want to focus on at least having a girlfriend and building a life with her. And then I don't know what happened. He just regretted to be stuck with a girl who didn't want kids at all, I guess. But he's leaving the theater, bro. They paid $30 for that ticket. Oh, did they? Imagine wanting to see your girlfriend. Yeah, I had to always beg him. And it was like, it's a long distance relationship. you have to accept that sometimes it's hard to see the other person. It's going to take a long time. Bruh, we dated for 7 months and we had like 3 dates. Plays with dolls and watches terrifying movies. Yay. It's like biggest struggle. Biggest struggle. Yeah. Why would I go out of my way to see my girlfriend? Basically that. And make sure to visit his mother once a week. He had to drive 1 hour to visit her. It was 1 more hour to visit me. And he didn't even try to see me once a month or once every 2 months. Even if I tried making plans with him in advance. Like giving him date ideas. We could do this together. Would you like that? I would like even pick a moment because sometimes it was a thing that was only a specific moment. Like a little concert or something. Nothing too big because I wanted to be comfortable too. And he'd be like, I don't know. I need to check my schedule. Okay. And then I'd wait for him to be home because he was never home almost, but never here. And then at some point he'd be like, well, at some point I'd ask him again and be like, I don't know if I'm free. I need to watch my schedule. I need to check my agenda. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't check it now. What are you doing? I've asked you already, like, weeks ago. I want to know if you can do this with me. You're not answering at all. That's not clear. I want to know. I just want to know if you would like to go, if you can. And he never answers until last minute. And he's like, sorry, I booked something. Bruh! I've been asking you for months at this point. You kept saying you didn't know if you had something to do. And you planned something last minute on that date. And now you're not available. Of course you're not. But you were before. It's the thing you just planned now. Like, why are you doing this? Was lost. Sound like you never liked you. What the heck? It was weird. Like, I don't think he understands what love is. Like, because still to this day claims he loves me very much, but that it could not work out. Of course, you were not trying to make it work. I was always super patient with all of your crap. And then, like, I remember one of those times where I tried to invite him to a specific event. And I asked him a long time before, and he kept saying he didn't know if he was going to be free or not. And in the end, he planned something over the date this thing would have happened just a few days before and tell me like, no, I can't go because I have that thing I just planned. And then when he heard more what the event I had invited him to was, he said, I quote, oh, would I have known it was going to be something so much fun, I would have made sure I could go. Are you serious? But I had to be nice and keep my calm. I had to be a nice girlfriend. I had to keep my frustrations to myself. When I complained about things, he was confused. and asked me so many questions. I was confused. I didn't know how to answer. Like, it should be obvious. It should be obvious. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. I'm trying so hard to spend time with you. Every time I try planning something, every time, no matter how early in advance I try to plan it, you make it impossible. And if I try to do it like more spontaneous, last minute, you're going to be like, this is too spontaneous and last minute. What do I do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? If we only saw each other when you want us to see each other, we would see each other only the amount of time we've seen each other. I remember when I invited him to the wedding of my friend. He was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I really want to go. I love weddings." And he kept saying he was going to go to the wedding. Then, like a few days before, he was talking like, I think it was the day before the wedding, was like, "No, I don't think I would go actually. I'm tired and I have no clean clothes." Like I asked you like in spring or something, and the wedding was like the last day of August. It's been months, and now you're like, "Oh, I was not ready." Like, what the heck is wrong with you? What the heck is wrong with you? I don't get it. What the heck is wrong with you? I didn't understand that I was upset. It was like my safety comes first. I can't drive if I'm tired. Like, nobody asked you to drive if you were tired. Nobody. Nobody. Like, we talked about this. He was coming back from a trip, so he was going to be tired, and I knew that. And I asked him if he wanted to sleep over at my place when coming back from the trip, because it was technically closer my place than his place was from the place he was on a trip at. So he could have just stopped at my place, slept there. For his clothes, he should have washed them like much before. I don't understand what he was thinking. But he could just sleep here, and then, you know what? My mom can drive us to the wedding. My mom actually did drive us to the wedding. She did. She did. She did drive us, but he came here on himself because, I was so upset. I cried, and he did not understand why I was so sad. It was like, it's not like that special of an event. Maybe not for you. This is the first time I'm invited to a wedding, My first time, and I wanted to spend it with my boyfriend. Celebrating love with the person I love, isn't that nice? In theory, isn't it? No, it's not. He sounds so annoying. I loved him so much too. He was driving me slowly insane. My mom complains to me that he had a very selfish way with things. He was always very selfish. And it was making her so mad. Like, it was my first relationship, and she expected me to be doing much worse. But she was actually impressed about how it was with him. And she was angry that was all I was getting. And she was even angrier when she would hear him, like, talk to me and be like, you need to lower your standards. You know, you're asking for way too much out of anybody. And I didn't do anything that bad. You need to accept that this is the kind of thing that happens in real life. We don't live in a romantic movie. Like, expecting to have dates with my boyfriend should not be romantic movie level of fantasy. Especially if we planned this like months ago. I don't understand. Imagine wanting to do romantic things with your girlfriend. He was your first. Yes, he was my first relationship. He was my first boyfriend. This is my only ex. That was an interesting experience. Like, wow. What a strange pool party. I'm just complaining about my ex. So, like, at the wedding, he came in with, like, a windbreaker jacket and zipper cargo pants because that was the cleanest stuff he had, he said. Ah, yeah, awesome. I think he had like a hat too, but not like a nice hat, like a beanie or a cap. Maybe more a cap. I don't remember. And we had friends in common that were at this wedding, and he spent basically the entire night with these people. I wanted to spend time with him, but he was very busy talking to the friends we have in common there. I hang out with my friends, my other friends, and and my friends were asking me like, "Aren't you like with your boyfriend? Don't you want to like dance with him or something?" I was like, I don't know. I really don't know how to get him to be with me. They were, they were be like, they were being like, go get him, go get him, like get him. We dance together. He leaves to go back to his conversation with the other people. And when I would hang out with him, he would just talk to me about weird movies again, because he has a thing for weird movies. So he would tell me about the most cursed, weird, um, indie movies, and tell me about them in details. And clearly, I was uncomfortable, and I wanted him to stop. And that made him be like, "That's so funny how uncomfortable she is. I'm going to continue to tease her." Awesome teasing, bro. Also, remember, he was drinking a lot at the wedding. And at some point, I wanted him to stop because he was starting to act really stupid. Like, I mean, more stupid than usual. Like, he started poking me with, like, one of those cocktail, little things, you know, like they put in the glass to remember whose glass is whose or something. This is a pointy little thing. He kept poking me with that. That hurts. I wanted him to stop. I asked him to stop several times. He would not. He did not take me seriously at all, even though I was so frustrated because that hurts. I grabbed it out of his hand and threw it away and was like, "Whoa, you're being so serious right now." You're hurting me! You dingus! Stop! I asked you to stop! You're so tipsy, wouldn't even realize it was not funny. In his normal state, he would have realized that at least. He's not that dense. As someone asked him to stop drinking, I was like, "Ugh, I'm not driving. It's going to be fine. I'm not even like drunk. I'm just like tipsy. I don't care. I like you more when you're normal." I don't know, man. It's a very bad night. And you know how at a wedding, the first dance is for couples. The couple that got married is the one to open the dance, and then other couples add up to the dance. And I wanted to have a romantic dance with him, even though I don't really know how to dance, nor did he. But, like, I still wanted to do that with him. And as all the couples kept, like, adding themselves to the dance, I kept looking at him expectantly. And then looking at the dance floor and all the couples in there, and looking at him back and there, and he was just staring at me blankly and like did not understand what the heck I wanted. Which I guess I can't blame him for, but like read the room. It's a romantic moment with all the couples in the room doing something, and we're a couple and we're not doing the thing. Bruh, he just kept talking to his friends. That made me sad. I wanted to cry. Would have been my first time I could have experienced something like that. I wanted to have fun. To me, going to wedding was a romantic event because it's a celebration of love. To him, it was a social event. To him, it was nowhere near a date. It was an occasion to meet new people and catch up with people you already knew. He didn't want to spend that much time with me at the wedding. He just wanted to get to know my friends and mostly spend time with the people he already knew were there because it was less intimidating. He said he didn't feel welcomed by my friends. You didn't even try to hang out with them. You said hi and you left immediately to talk to other people. Like, they wanted to know you. You left. So unreasonable of you to have a romantic moment. That's how it made me feel. I felt stupid for being sad and crying. When I cried later, like the next day in his car about it, explaining him like how disappointed I felt about the whole wedding, what were my expectations, and all that. He was surprised and confused because that's never how he saw the event himself. He did not understand why I even thought it could be like that. And I was confused, like, we're dating or not? We never see each other. Every time we do end up seeing each other, isn't it like a nice moment to, you know, be together? And he said stuff like, well, I mean, not all your friends are in a relationship, are they? Isn't it rude to be romantic in front of them when they are single? It's a wedding! There are literally two people getting married and kissing and being all lovey-dovey all night. If they were scared of feeling like a third wheel, it's not from us they would feel that. It would be from the married couple. I don't understand the way he thinks. Look at me having to constantly go through this slide just to keep my sanity a little bit. So yeah, he was amazing for certain things. I promise. I don't love worthless people, but jeez. Now, after everything ended, and I think about all the frustrating things he would do and say, I'm like, oh, gee, how did I go through all of this? How? My mom was right to be frustrated at this guy. I, if he would watch this and hear me talk crap about him like that, he'd probably have no clue what the heck I'm even talking about. Like, Bubbles is completely delusional all the time. She has completely unrealistic expectations and she expects me to know what she's thinking. I don't expect you to know what I'm thinking. It would be awesome, but you don't have the mental capacity to even try doing that, bro. Uh, but, like, jeez. Common sense. Yay! I need to have fun time at the pool now. I spent enough time complaining about the man who didn't even buy me a box of Pocky. Pocky! It sounds like he has worse autism. I don't know if he had autism, but he had serious ADHD. Like, this was so bad. It was hard to keep his attention. It was hard to tell him anything, also. Like, oh my goodness. Every single time I tried telling him something, anything, he would interrupt me. I could never finish saying anything with him. I remember trying to talk to him about a game I loved at least 3 times, if not six, and on different years, even. I could never go further in the second sentence because he always had something else to say. He always had something else to say, and he would interrupt me and talk for like maybe 40 minutes, and then I could not remember what the heck I was talking about before, and that had no relevance to whatever we were talking about now. I would give up. Every time I tried talking about anything, this is what happened. I remember he would stop himself and be like, I'm sorry, I speak way too much. I need to let you talk now. And then I would say like two things and he would start talking again. And when I said two things, sometimes it was like two sentences, sometimes it was just only two words. He couldn't stop himself from talking. He always had stuff to say. And I would have liked to be able to talk sometimes. Would have been fun. Ha. Out of sleepiness. Boop, 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 remember one story I was about to tell him. I think he was too curious to not interrupt me. That was when I was trying to explain to him what is my biggest romantic fantasy. The thing that I really, 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 really dream of. The most romantic thing I can imagine. I already my biggest fantasy. He wanted to know that. The story was long, but he listened to the whole thing, even if sometimes I had to, like, bring him back. Like, I'm not done. Oh, okay, sorry. And then continue. At the end, he was like, so what is the fantasy? He didn't understand. I told him, and he said, oh, okay, I promise I will do that. Every occasion I get, he never did. He got the occasion, and never did. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not as heartbroken as I was when the breaking up happened. Now I'm okay. I was very sad when it happened. Felt like I had no perspective in life anymore, and it was all over, and I would never be happy again. And it was the only person who could deal with me because I'm so unlovable, blah 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 blah. I feel better now. I feel better. Actually, it's a thing I already told on stream before, but I guess I could just repeat it. Because it's probably not the same people who listened to the story. But there's like a long story? It's a long story that at the end explains what is my fantasy. I'm going to lean in the corner over here. It's a little break um in my pool party. Sorry. Long story. Right, so it's going to feel like it has nothing to do with anything. Just bear with me. I'm going to get some water though, because that helped talking. Whew, feels good. Okay. Um. Okay. So it was when I was in high school, in my third year out of 5, because we don't have middle school here, so we just kind of go straight from elementary school to high school, and we have 5 years. It doesn't matter. It's just like before people are like, when you spend 5 years in high school. I repeat that every time I need to be like explain stuff about my high school. Anyway, that was my third year. It was 2009, and it all started as a normal day. It was a Thursday in early November. And I I don't remember all of my classes, but I remember I had like a science class because we were starting a new science project. And we didn't really have time to start it. We only could form the teams and decide what we were going to make the project on. So I teamed up with my best friend and we decided to build an arm because we had to build prosthetic limbs kind of things. Which is a very strange thing to do in science class with just wood and like rivets and stuff like that. Like, what the heck are you expecting kids our age to do? um, but yeah, in the afternoon, I had my favorite combo of classes. My favorite classes of all time. Started with gym. Awesome. And after that, we're going to have math. Ooh, yay. Mm. Good prosthetic arm sounds fun to make, though. I guess so, but I was so irritated. It was the first year we were kind of learning biology, and instead of actually learning biology, we were making technology stuff. I didn't want to make prosthetic arm. I wanted to learn about actual arms. Swap put the hand for different attachments. We didn't even make the hand. We were only making the arm. So we only had to make like an elbow. Ew, this is just a lame project. I don't care. Oh, rip. Uh, yeah. What was I saying? Sorry, I'm going to hug Yumi real quick. uh, yeah, so Jim got there and expected absolute torture because, you know, Jim. And I was so tired that day, so I really didn't feel like it, even less than usual. Um, but yeah, had to go for it anyway. I I was surprised by the class. It was not normal gym. It didn't even really feel like gym. It was a course in which we learned CPR. like how to perform it, and then like we practice on little dummies. That was the class we had that day. People are going to think that like the CPR is part of my fantasy. No, not exactly. It's just part of the story. It's just part of the story. Um, yeah. So, we had dummies for like half of the people in the class. So we had to go in teams of 2 or 3 and practice uh, in turns on the dummies. I was thinking that for a second. Yeah, I knew people would think that. So, since I'm a shorty, I couldn't see the teacher's demonstration on how to do the CPR. So I asked my friend, with which I was in a team naturally, to uh, to do it first because she was super tall. So she saw everything, and she did pretty well. And I took note of everything she did to try and repeat that. A nice dinner. My boyfriend gives me CPR at the end of the date. Yeah. Don't forget the Heimlich maneuver before, because I suppose you choked on the dinner? I don't know. So, yeah, my friend showed me how to do it because she saw better than I did. And then I did it too. And then, uh, yeah, I tried performing CPR on the dummy. And it just didn't work. I couldn't do it whatsoever. Like, normally, the dummy is supposed to do a little click sound when you do a good chest compression on it. If it doesn't do the click, it means you didn't press hard enough or something. And I could not get it to click. No matter how hard I would go, at some point I seemed to be going so intensely that the teacher was like, something is wrong. What are you doing? He checked that I was pressing in the right place, which I was. He checked my position. He tried to like rectify everything, but even if I did it in the most normal way, it just wouldn't click. He was confused. He asked my friend to test it. It's clicked with her. So he picked the dummy, put it upside down, well, put it like backwards, and changed the mode for infant mode. So basically, I needed to only put the pressure you would have to put on an infant to do the CPR for it to click, okay? Rather than the normal pressure you would use on an adult. And then, only then, did I start getting clicks. But not even every time, only sometimes. Teacher made some comment about like, girl, I knew you were weak, but I never expected you to be so weak. I was kind of embarrassed myself. I suppose I was weak. I even had a hard time opening the door to the classroom. It was so heavy. But yeah, I guess I am weak. So that checks out. I was worried about the exam we're going to have about the CPR. If the teacher didn't remember, I needed to have the mannequin, the dummy, put in infant mode. What was I supposed to do? I don't know. But yeah. Then gym ended finally, and was time for math, which I was equally eager to go to. Yay, math. I remember that when I changed my clothes after gym to put back my normal stuff, I was like so sad because like my clothes were so cold. I like my gym clothes had been warmed up because I was wearing them. I was chilly. I felt chilly. I didn't want. It felt like awful to put on clothes that weren't warm, that weren't pre-warmed up. I was like freezing today. I hate it. But yeah, I had to change my clothes. I had no choice. Don't want you to wear sweaty clothes to go to your normal classes for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like sweaty teenagers have an awful smell or anything. Couldn't possibly be that. Anyway, I got to my class for math early before the class started, and I kept complaining about how freaking cold it was. I couldn't believe it could be so cold indoors. I was, no joke, shivering uncontrollably. My teeth were chattering. I could not stop that. It was so cold. Like, it felt like the more time went on, the colder I was getting. I just could not warm up. So cold. And then, like, I complained to my friend, why is it so cold in here? And she was like, nobody else is cold. Even the teacher thought I was weird. Looking at me strange. What are you talking about? I was freezing, absolutely. And even that freezing, aside from that moment before, this is the worst case of I'm frozen. And it lasted for the whole class. And then the entire studying period to do our homework. I was freezing there too. And even after class, like the first thing I did was going to put on my winter coat, my winter jacket, while I was indoors to try and warm me up because I could not stop trembling because I was so cold. It was so bad. And then, like, what do I do? I wanted to spend more time indoors with my coat. with my friend, but since it was Thursday, she had to leave early. There was this rule at my school: you couldn't put on like your outside clothes in the class. Like you couldn't put on your jacket, or you could put on a sweater, but you couldn't put on like a jacket or a coat or something like that in the class. I don't know why. I think they just didn't want the students to try and leave too quick or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Or maybe hide something in the pockets. I don't really know at all. But I was outside the class, now I could do it. I was happy, but my friend wanted us to go outside. She was like, "I'm sorry, Bill, but it's it's really hot in here, and just looking at you wearing that, oh my gosh, I need some fresh air." I was like, I'm freezing. So we did what she wanted because we always do what other people want. And so I went outside. It was freezing cold again. And we waited a bit for my mom to arrive. And then she left. While she was leaving, she told me that the next day, if she saw me at school, she was going to share good news with me. And I was like, "What do you mean if you see me at school tomorrow?" And she was like, "Clearly you're sick." Like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just have a little headache. And she looked at me like, "Yeah, no, you've been freezing for hours at this point." And you're just like so horribly weak. You're not fine. So I went home and uh even at home I just kept my winter clothes on because I was cold. I was still shivering. And my mom told me about this fresh baguette she had just bought from the store. It was a nice place. Their baguettes was really delicious. And it was still warm out of the oven. And usually when I came back from school, I was always hungry. And if it was one of those baguettes, she had to stop me before I was eating the whole thing because I loved it so much. She asked me if I wanted any, and I said, "No, thank you, I'm not hungry." And she didn't take it as a good answer. She was like, "No, no, 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 no. She can't turn down the baguette. She can't. Something is wrong." She left and she came back with a thermometer. I I had very high fever and it was still going up. I was like at like 42 degrees and a half Celsius. And it was still going up. And she was like, "Yeah, you're not going to school tomorrow." That school year was a weird one because it was the one where there was this, like, what people used to call back then the swine flu. Uh, it was popping out and everyone was freaking about it. So the school had strict rules that if a student had even the lowest fever, they could not go to school. They were not supposed to go to school either if they had any anything else like a headache or a sore throat or whatever. But all that started happening while I was already at school, so I didn't know what to do about that. And like, yeah, officially I was not going to school. I did have that swine flu thing, and it's rough. Woo! Yay! So weird thing to exclaim myself after talking about that. So, um, I stayed home for a while after that, a couple of weeks, and was rough. Like I remember, I really thought I was going to die because I was struggling to just breathe. I couldn't even sit on my own. I was too weak. Like I couldn't really move anything. I could like turn my head around and slide my arms in on the bed, but I couldn't like raise them. I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't raise my head. I I just was useless. And I could just barely breathe. And my mom did not realize how bad it was because she was barely there. She was trying to do the Christmas shopping with my grandma. So, like, I was staying home alone in my bed, trying to survive for long, long, long hours every day. And I was watching the news about how many people had died from the thing I had, and just like, yeah, cool, 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 cool. I'm not scared, you're scared. And then people are like, what the heck is your fantasy here? My fantasy was born from there, I suppose. I want for someone to take care of me if I'm unwell. That is all I want. This is my ultimate fantasy. Like, don't just leave me alone forever while I'm trying to survive. Be there, care for me. So yeah, that is the fantasy I had. Yay! Yoo-hoo! Whee! I'm not even saying be in the same room all the time. Like, I don't want to get the other person sick. That's awful. But like, at least be in the house. Be somewhere. That's literally what I want. Like, this is the thing I really want. That's my ultimate fantasy. Just having someone to care. That's good. I don't want to be alone and scared and feel like I'm going to not be alive anymore when other people come back. It's just scary. No, no, no. I want to care. I want someone to care for me. And be concerned more than just a few minutes and then forget about me, you know? Just like, be there. Yeah, so I explained that whole thing to my ex, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I promise I will do that." He didn't. He didn't. It's okay though. I mean, it would have been worse if at least he did that, and then everything else went wrong. I would have been sad. I would have felt like I lost the thing I loved. I would have felt like I lost my fantasy. I could only go up from there. Mm. Whoop, whoop. All right. Should I go for a last time on the slide? I think I've been here for a while. And I need a little nap. I have little McDonald's later. It's not because I actually asked for it after playing pools. It's literally just because my mom went to some sort of party with my dad tonight, and they're coming back late, so decided to get takeout, and they were like, at least this is going to be open no matter what time we come back. So yeah, it's a funny coincidence that after my swimming session, I get McDonald's again. It's like in the good old days. Whee! Yay! Woo! Nice. Yeah. Alright. Been streaming for 3 hours just doing this. Imagine. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, thank you, Splurples. Thank you, Taken Regent Père. Thank you, uh, Kyle. Thank you, Nameless. Uh, thank you. Going through the chat. Thank you, Prism. Thank you, Light. Thank you. Thank you, Jackster. I don't want to skip anyone, so I just like go through the entire chat. Thank you, so love. Mm, and thank you to anyone else who might have watched this or might watch this later. Nice, I guess. It's just a tradition of mine to have random McDonald's, like the chicken nuggets and fries after swimming fun. You're welcome. I should enjoy it. Maybe not as much as I did as a kid, but you know. Also, I don't have toy anymore because I'm old. Sad. It's okay though. I don't need a weird toy. Also, they give books now. It's boring. I had a lot of fun, so I hope you had too. And I hope I get to see you again another time. If you will, bye bye.